It's very important that producers use all available information when they're selecting heifers to be placed back in the breeding herd. Many times producers have just looked at the selection process as a visual appraisal, and this can be very risky because we really don't know what type of production that we have with these animals. Yes, it's very important that the animal be of an acceptable type, but also they must have the genetic potential to grow and genetic potential to produce a calf that looks just like they do. So what we recommend is that records be incorporated in with the visual appearance so that we are definitely selecting the best animals that we have to go back in the herd. We in Tennessee recommend the Beef Cattle Firm record keeping program, and this will help us select those animals that are going to be the most desirable, both from a production standpoint and also from cows that have the record of being good producers over time. So we can use that in several different ways. Many times when we start looking at selecting replacement heifers, we just simply say, well, that's the biggest, best looking heifer we got, but how old is she? Is she heavier because she is older, or is she heavier because she's fat? We need to kind of sort out some of those things. And again, the records can go a long ways in helping us do that. One thing that we don't want to forget when we're thinking about selecting replacement heifers is disposition. The last thing we need is to put a crazy heifer back in the herd, because once she calves, she's going to be crazy at that point too, and then we've just got more and more problems. I've seen some producers that when they're ready to haul the calves to market, have a heifer to get out and say, oh, well, I'll just keep her as a replacement. Don't get into that trap, because all you're doing is just adding an element to the herd that you don't want, because we need those animals to be as quiet and docile as possible, and that makes it much easier when we're trying to feed them, when they're having calves, and it makes it a lot safer for you too, because a wild animal is one that can hurt you a whole lot. Remember that the frame and the weight of these animals is very important in the selection process. For many years, we've just kept looking, well, I want that big heifer, that big frame heifer. If you need bigger cows, that's what you need to be looking for. But if your cow herd is about the size that it needs to be, maybe a more moderate size heifer would be the best choice. So again, it's not just simply looking at the heifers. We need to look at the cow herd to decide which ones are going to be the ones that will fit best back into the herd to keep us where we want to be. We need to select those heifers too that were born early in that breeding season, or calving season rather, because what we're doing are selecting those heifers from the most fertile females that we've got. Those late heifers probably are the ones from the slow breeders in the herd, and we just don't want to introduce that problem back into the herd. So again, we need to be real picky when we're thinking about which heifers go back in. When we are selecting heifers, we need to select about 50% more than we actually think we're going to need, because we'll have several that will drop out of the program either because they don't breed, they don't grow like they ought to, or something else happens. So that 50% rule is a pretty good one to go with, and hopefully then you'll end up with the number of heifers that you'd like to put back in as replacements. In summary, as we're selecting our replacement heifers to go back in the herd, we need to use all available information. This includes information we got on the cow, the information on the growth of that calf, and also the appearance. We need to be sure that, again, all available information is used. This partial information, that's just hoping for the best, and many times that doesn't work out. If you'd like some additional information on selecting replacement heifers, please contact your local extension agent.